right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Node Node-API Team meeting for August 13th, 2021. Before we get started, does anybody have any announcements that they would like to share? We have one person to promote before we get started. All right, welcome. So again, I'll ask before we get started if anyone has any announcements that they would like to make. No, all right. So then let me share my screen and we can get started. Share. All right. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So first we have the stale issues to discuss. Let's see. We had this one that was added, but it seems like this was closed. Nick, do you want to discuss anything about this one?
Okay, I only want to remember that I have a paragraph on Node-API headers. So where I try to improve the documentation, and if anyone have time to review, after that I can publish this on NPM. So it's the only thing that I want to discuss about this. So,
okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's closed the issue for me now.
Okay, so we can take a look at that.
Yeah.
Then let's see, the ones that I had added still. We had so this one was the move, moving the destruction to the move. And we did discuss this last week. And there has not been any update from the original poster or any interested parties. So I suppose we'll just leave this open until they come back to us.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's see, the other one, let's see. I think we had asked for more updates, right? Yeah, but I guess because we had released a new version of Node add-on API, so we're seeing if the new version provides a fix for this person's issue. And I guess we're waiting to hear back on that. Okay, and I think the last one, yes, is the get and clear exceptions. We were really going back and forth discussing garbage collection and persistent references for primitives and whatnot. I think this would probably be one that would be left best for discussion when the whole team is back, unless Lucas or anyone else or Nick or anyone else has anything else to say about this issue.
Yeah, I do agree.
Okay. So we'll move on then. you have something?
Sorry, I'm interested in reading the answer, and we have today Vladimir. So start to look at the presentation.
Oh yes, this is the person who joined.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, can you
Apologies.
hear me?
Yeah. Yes, we do. Apologies for that.
Yeah, sorry, I just answered this really a minute ago, and I probably didn't understand the question, but I guess yes, Hermes and React Native, they do have a way to have a kind of reference to kind of simple values, primitive values, but they mostly do it in external APIs for strings and symbols, if you like, and other kind of simple values. And I put all these different references to the source code of Hermes API implementation. They're mostly like numbers, bools, and see, this is how they implemented these external references. They providing some kind of callback, and this callback tells the garbage collector what are current routes. Right. This is the way how this permanent kind of references versus local references. So pretty much anything we've put in this special kind of double link list is kind of very similar to what we do in an API for V8. We have double link list of all these permanent kind of references. So the same here, we're using they're using std list, which is like in standard C++, pretty much double link list structure. So anything inside of this structure, say like, oh, this is permanent. So we're just saying what our kind of routes to the garbage collectors, we're making them permanent references. And the second link I put, it's how we convert between these publicly exposed Fruit.js values versus kind of whatever we keep internally. And as you see, this function I put link to, it's like a Hermes value from publicly exposed value. And you see like a publicly exposed value does not contain in current implementation undefined, null, boolean, or number. They all get like you see here, recreated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's an internal kind of limitation or it's mostly maybe just some kind of optimization I would expect. But I think it's still possible to expose like primitive values like numbers. I really want to play with this code first because I couldn't get a kind of definite answer from just looking through this code.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, is there anything that you need from us to help you in your investigations?
Right. So, technically, I just want to understand the context with this question. Is it it's pretty much we want to have exception to be kind of some primitive value, right? Like, for example, people can say throw 5.
Right.
Yeah, definitely kind of throw foobar would work because I can confirm today the strings and symbols, they internally, they treat it like objects for effectively in Hermes and with JSI API. So this construct would work. I guess question will be if somebody says throw 5, like throwing numbers.
Right.
Will be probably kind of main question, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. We previously discussed about this, that if some of these engines don't support for, like, say, primitive value like numbers and other maybe inline value, then the minimum requirement for us to resolve the question, resolve the problem is that we expand the constraint to allow referencing symbols in Node.API. So that would allow us to solve the problem. But so that's the minimum requirement. But the most optimal situation is that we can reference all of these values, even with these numbers, and get the callback correctly. So that will be optimal.
Yeah, I definitely can confirm strings and symbols. It's yeah, and internally numbers, pretty much internally inside of Hermes values, they pretty much treat the same numbers and all the rest. But for internal representation, I believe they're using it's a double non-encoding, if you like. It could be a reason why they may be not exposing it. Anyway, I probably need to kind of play with it a little bit more if we want to keep referencing numbers. But I think even if we cannot, I think like Boolean and numbers should not be a big deal, because we can always add additional field in implementation. So we can make it look like we're exposing this permanent reference, while inside we just keep primitive value. So it can be effectively an API implementation detail on top of Hermes, if you like. So even Hermes does not support it. We can always make it look like it's supported.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we are thinking about it. That the only limits for us for now is that we cannot represent symbols in the native side without the engine support. So other primitive values, we can make them behave like we have reference on them, since we can get the native values from the engine and keep them from the native side.
Right, but technically speaking, V8 supports it, right? And I guess many other JavaScript engines supports referencing symbols, right?
Yeah, correct.
Right. From my initial investigation that I found, I did see that. So we were just kind of reaching out to see what other ones do.
Right. I thought I answered this question first time, but yeah, it sounds like. So I dug a little bit into more details. And,
great, thank you. We definitely appreciate that.
Okay.
Because depending on whether the engines support creating these references to primitives, then we can put the implementation in the core Node API that fixes this issue, versus having to do some sort of workarounds in the C++ wrapper itself here, which would mean that the underlying core API may still have some problems. If that makes sense. So we're trying to figure out if we can make it go directly into the core API.
Nice. Yeah, I believe definitely we can. If Hermes, React Native Hermes was the only kind of last line in this table, I think it's all solvable from this perspective.
Okay. All right.
And another my comment here was about like share PTR, weak PTR. It's pretty much, I found that current NAPI implementation of references, like it's very kind of unintuitive. Because technically today I not only have to kind of manipulate a reference counter, but also need to understand when I need to destroy this object. It would be really nice to have kind of more traditional share PTR, weak PTR behaviors that I'm as a user, I only care about ref counting, because I don't know, like, am I the last one or not? Like, it would much easier just simply say, oh, increment and decrement, and actually, depending on the ref counter, permanent reference will be destroyed or not automatically, and the same will have, for example, for weak PTRs, because current implementation has effectively does not allow you to support a reference counter of how many weak references you have effectively. It's I think like merging reference counter with weak ref counter in one reference as implemented in API becomes kind of difficult to use. And it's something more traditional, like separating these two concepts, shared PTR versus weak PTR, behaving them more on this expected stuff would be really cool. It's just kind of a proposal to add additional API. We obviously can't change existing one, but we can probably add better references if you like.
Right. I think maybe if we could figure out a like an API or a design that you think would work well in like a use case or whatnot, and then we can see look at implementing that, let's say, because I guess it'd be good to see your exact use cases that you have with shared pointer and weak pointer, to see how we can migrate or use that in Node API terms, if that makes sense.
Yes, I'll play with it in the next, say, few weeks, and hopefully we'll provide more kind of detailed proposal, if you like.
Okay, anything else before we move on? No, okay, then that I think is it for all of the stale issues. So then issues ported, there has not been any. But we always check this out, and let's see what's happening. Oh, we reached 4 million. Woo, okay.
Yes.
Yay, that's good to know. All right. Well, we'll just keep on moving and keep on trucking. All right. Tested methods. Jack is working on the tests, so I think we can bypass that, but let's see if he has anything that is waiting for us. So we can just, no, he does not. So I guess we can, guess it's not blocked on anything. So he'll just let us know when he continues on his work. The next thing that I guess when we're here, is it looks that Deepak has been working on his unit test PR. I have not had a time to look at it personally, but if anybody has time to look at it, it'd be great so that we can provide some feedback for him sometime. Okay, then enable debug testing. Let's see, I don't believe this is what Michael's working on. He's not here, so I guess we won't really have an update unless anything's here, but don't see anything. So let's move on. Burn down a list of issues. Let's see. I guess this is old. Let's
It's
see.
very old.
Yeah. Is there any issues or pull requests that anybody would like to bring up?
Sorry, I don't have the time and last 2 days. Before that, the CI was blocked for the security release. Yeah, in this weekend, I try to make this new release.
Okay.
Is the only thing that I want to report.
Yeah. Let us know if you need any help with anything. All right. Let's see. Anybody else have anything that they want to specifically talk about? No. Okay. Then we can see sort of what's new here. This first one, I've been working with this poster here. They want to use enums in their code. And I had just given examples using externals, waiting to hear back from them if they think that's a good idea. I'd also mentioned you can use some sort of object wrap if you want, but we'll see what they say. Then let's see. I don't think this one has any. So, okay, let's see. I'm trying to find. Yes, I did take a look at this. And it's like they want to make a call in some sort of native method here. You see it doesn't have any environment or whatnot. They want to end up making some call into the node thread and getting its response. And that function is asynchronous, so it returns a promise. I think it's definitely doable, but I haven't had any time to make any examples or take any further look at this. I think I can probably take a look at this one and maybe put something on Node add-on examples from going into native to JavaScript, back to native. Because it sounds like an implementation that would need to use some sort of thread safe APIs, whether that's a function or async worker or something like that. Yeah, I'll take a look at this. Then this one here, I also took a peek at. This is talking about unit tests and whatnot. And I'm really not sure how to answer this one because I don't really use C++ like that in order to know any frameworks or libraries that you can construct fake objects or proxy objects or anything like that. Does anybody have any idea about this? No? Okay. We'll just put this on the back burner then. Maybe Michael or Gabe has some insights then. This one here, I think you were working a little bit on, Nick.
Yes, but I cannot able to reproduce the issue. I tried to create a repo and publish the content on Netlify. And on Netlify, I enabled the Node.js plugin that essentially produce the problem, but it compiled and worked well. So I don't know what is the problem with the project.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
from the reporter. It seems configured well, so I don't know how to help. And the same the Netlify because I found the same issue but on the Netlify plugin next. And
well,
essentially the problem is that is on Sharp, that is a native add-on for image processing, and it said that don't find the binding.zip, and I remember that this was an issue. If you have a folder with space, and so this is why we on Node.js API added include underscore dir instead of include in our index.js. Yeah, I'm
Right.
yeah, but now so I asked to the reporter this, and yeah, he said that the name of the project, the folder that contained the project.
Okay.
And yeah, it's another Node API that contains the new things, and Sharp use this. So because this change was proposed by the Sharp maintainer, so I don't know how to help.
So is Sharp itself using?
Using yeah, I use another Node API, and I think that
I
yeah,
see.
yeah, and I think that it contains the
The bug with the
yeah.
folder spaces.
Yeah, we can go on the race. So yeah, if you go on the GitHub release, our
Yes, code releases.
so yeah, 3 to yeah, we should go on the changelog for the
Yeah.
3 to 0.
Yeah, okay. Prepare release 320. Is this not? Oh, hold on. I go here.
Oh, we okay. You can go on the yeah on the yeah go on the changelog.md. Okay, so
I see this. Oh, okay.
search for include underscore dir. Okay, it's on 302. So yeah, 320 has the fix.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is the only thing that yeah
Okay.
to produce this problem.
I wonder if he checked if the file is actually there. Because I mean it shows what path it's
But
expecting to be in, right? But he never says if it's there. I don't know if that matters. Maybe there's an issue underlying with
but the problem is that he is in a production. Is when he deploy the project. So I cannot see how he configured all the things.
right. Okay.
I just followed tutorial that Nativefly give no, to developers, and all worked. So maybe if he customized something, maybe yeah, maybe
Okay.
yeah, he have he yeah, if you customize something, you could have this kind of problem.
Okay, well, I guess we can just wait to see if he messages anything back, and just go from there. Let's see. Okay, then I don't think I saw this. Interesting. Okay, so they're saying that this only swallows one exception. Let's see if we can just take a quick peek and to see as to why. I think that's the only implementation piece, and that's all tests. Yeah. So they are saying, one more check. It'll solve the problem if you throw only one exception, but if you throw another, it will crash. So ending false. Okay, because we would throw and the status would be pending exception. And we return. But then if you throw again, your exception pending is going to be true, right? So then, yeah, I don't think it's meant to be able to throw. Well, I think this could be something I can also take a look into because I did this PR. I think it can just be as simple as modifying the test to throw multiple times. I feel like it's something, if it's a crashing issue that this is supposed to solve, then yeah, should be solved by this. Okay, I can take a look at that.
You can link the PR to the issue. So yeah, it's like a reminder.
Okay. Good idea. Okay. Okay, so we could take a look at that. Okay, and I think that is it because that's the one that Deepak is working on that we added. All right, then let's see if there's any on core. Issues. We do this, right? Okay, opened 16 days ago, so nothing new, but this is a documentation issue. Michael would want to take a look, but he is off this week. If anybody else has some time to look at this, that would be great. It's just a documentation. Okay, then I think that's it. Does anyone have any pull requests? I don't think we have any. I'm not exactly sure the status on this. Is this anything that you would like to discuss, Lucas? This PR? Or is there anything that's needed with this?
It's a backport PR, so we need to rebase to the latest staging branch, and then we can get it to be merged to the backporting branch.
Okay. All right. Then, okay, that's the list of issues. Now, Michael added this one new this week. C report asked if any of the Node team would be able to take a look at this PR. Use the comment. The only agnostic changes okay. So then he's created this PR.
So this
Okay.
is a port of Node.js port using Node.js API essentially.
Going from NAN to Node-add-on
To-
API.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so this could also be something that we can take a look at as well to assist porting over. Probably. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a review work. So yeah,
That's a big one.
Yeah.
All right. So if people just have some time to take a look at that, that would be much appreciated. All right. Then that is it for the milestones. All right. Anybody else have anything else that they would like to discuss before we close for the evening? Nope. All right. Then I hope everybody has a good evening and